Guys, it's Sarah, and I am here with my last layout using the Not Just for Boys kit for the month of April. And this is the Charming Premium kit. And I really want to use this wood grain paper. So I'm going to use that for my background, but it takes me like a few minutes to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I went back and forth a bunch, but I do end up using that wood grain. And the issue I had was that I love the back as well. So that's a piece of paper I wish I had two copies of, but that's okay. Um, I do manage to get some of the pattern from the back of that paper. It's like a gray brick, and I do manage to get that on the layout as well. But yeah. Okay, so I did cut out a couple things here. I cut out from that cut apart sheet some stars and then a quote that I really liked. And I didn't want the entire card with the quote. I just cut out the quote by itself. So I will use that on my layout as well. And then I'm going to use the back part here of those and use those stars there for that paper. And I'm going to use those to put my pictures on. So I'm going to have the star paper here on top of the wood grain. And I just love that wood grain paper. I love that there's different colors in it. It's just really cool. That's probably my favorite piece of paper in the whole kit. Okay, so I'm going to grab a few things here. Now here's where I'm going to bring in the brick. I have those little paper envelopes that are in the Amphara pack, and those are cut from the same pattern paper as that wood grain there with the gray brick on the back. So I'm going to end up using that on here. Now I did cut out that quote there from one of the branding strips, and it's a quote from John Wayne, and I think it says, before you can be a man, you have to be a gentleman. So that can kind of go with the theme of my layout here. And then I fussy cut the quote from the journal card. And then those envelopes, I'm going to take those and I open them up, as you can see, and I'm going to use them as layering pieces instead of using them as envelopes. I didn't really have a use for them as envelopes the way that they were. So I unfolded them and I'm just going to use them as paper pieces here. And in order to bring everything together, I'm going to use some of my Tim Holtz Black Soot Distress ink, and I am inking the edges of everything here. So these pieces here and the papers and all the strips that I cut out. So anything that I cut out here is going to be inked with black, and that's just going to help bring a little bit of cohesiveness to everything. And I'm even doing the quote strip here. And then I'm going to do this other quote there as well. And I don't remember exactly what that says. So you'll probably see it better on the close-ups. I just don't remember what it is. All right, so I'm going to get my pictures down and then start getting these things placed down here. Now these pictures were taken in 2017, and we went to a boxing match, and it was, who was it? Mayweather and McGregor. And I guess it was a big deal. We don't watch boxing. Like, we don't watch any of that kind of stuff. So to us, it didn't really matter, but we just kind of went for the atmosphere. And it was, they had a big viewing party and there was food and people and all that. So we went. And then surprisingly, Josh and I actually really liked watching the fight. So that was kind of a surprise. But we did kind of goof off a little bit too. The girls did not really pay that much attention. So that's kind of the theme of my layout here is, my title's going to be How We Watch a Boxing Match. We were just kind of goofing off a little bit, and then Josh and I were paying attention for a little while as well. But yeah, so I'm going to use the thickers here from the kit and spell out the word boxing and match, and then I will pull some tiny alphabet stickers from my stash to finish off the title as well. I'm trying to use my tiny alphabet stickers more because I have a lot of them. So it's something that I've definitely been reaching for more in my stash, which has been nice to kind of mix and match some letter stickers and thickers and things. I pulled out that flare badge that matches the star paper. So I'm going to put that on top as well. And then I'm going to go through the die cut pack here and pull out a couple things that I'm going to end up using. I don't really know what I want to use. That star really stood out to me because you know, I have stars on here anyway. And then I end up pulling, I think before I put, do I put it? No, don't put it back yet, Sarah. You're going to grab something. There we go. That Adventures. I knew I pulled that one out. And then I did put down that wood veneer arrow from the kit as well, from the Emphara pack. So, and I also pulled a paper clip, but I don't end up using that. So I'll just, it's sitting on my desk right now. I'll use it at some point. I thought maybe initially I was going to use it, but I didn't. And now I'm pulling out my tiny alphabet stickers. I have these from Basic Gray that go really nicely. There's Layla giving me a hug. So I am going to use these Basic Gray tiny alphabet stickers to finish off my title as well. That is a little scrap that I had sitting on my desk that I used. I think it came from another, I think it came from another paper from the layout, I believe. And I'm going to use that to ground my title here in just a minute. And then I realized I wanted to ink this up, so I'm going to ink that up real quick. And then to put down my thickers, I do need to reinforce them. I tried to put them down by themselves, but I put down the B and it came right up. So I don't know what it is about these thickers. Usually things like this will stick nicely, but they're just like chipboard. So I have to reinforce them. So I did need to use my quick dry adhesive for that. I'm also going to use my quick dry adhesive for my tiny alphabet sticker. So I will not make you watch all that. It took me quite a while to put all these down. It just takes a little bit of time, but they're not going to move. So it's, in the end, it's worth it. So I spelled out how we watch A and then boxing match. And I'm going to go ahead and get everything else down here. So I'm putting Adventures down here. And this is the little strip that I'm pretty positive this was from another paper from the kit. I just don't remember which one. And it was sitting on my desk. So go ahead and put that down there. Just a little strip. And I'm going to go ahead and use a little scrap piece of cardstock here to do my journaling. And it's just a little piece of white cardstock. I'm going to ink the edges and then I will do my journaling on that. And I will have that above my title. And I'm just, right now I'm looking up the date of that fight. And I remembered who fought. I just didn't remember the day. So I'm making sure I spell everyone's name correctly. So that's what I'm doing right here. I Googled the fight. So I'm just writing about our experience and, you know, we were kind of goofing off a little bit. The girls weren't really paying attention, but Josh and I actually ended up enjoying watching it. So I'm just writing all of that down. And then I will put that right here. And then I do want to put the date on here. So I'm going through my date stamps. Now I need to go through my date stamps because I have quite a few of those roller date stamps that do not go as far as we are now. I even have one that only goes up to 2015. So I don't even think I could really use that one anymore. So I really do need to go through them and maybe kind of purge a couple, just ones that are not really going to work for me anymore. And then I also recently got a Project Life date stamp where you can put in your own year. So every single, they're all numbers. So when you put down the date, it's all numbers. And so you can put any year that you want to. So, you know, if I have anything that's before, you know, like really old or anything like that, then I can definitely create my own date anyway. So I'm thinking I might need to go through my date stamps here soon, maybe before we leave, before we move, and get rid of some. So, all right, finishing off with these gold stars that came in the kit here. And I really like the way that this one turned out. I love that paper so much. All right, so that is going to be it for me for the month of April for Not Just for Boys. I'm really excited for May's kit, so I hope you guys will join me for that. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will have a link in the description to their website. Please go and check them out. All right, talk to you guys soon.